Call the meeting to order, please. We'll all rise, take a moment of silence, followed by the pledge, please. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I got lost.
Is there any public comment on agenda items only? The highlight of the meeting, assessment, corrections to the duplicate. Deb Storman.
I have ads of $10,860.
Uh-huh.
Tracks $3,981,490 for net change of $3,976,30.
Thank you, Deb. Is there a motion to accept the corrections to the duplicate?
So moved.
Second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Approve the minutes of the August 6, 2025 and August 7th Commissioners meeting. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll second. The first is we had on the 6th, we had our regular meeting. And on the 7th, we had our meeting with children and youth, for those wondering. Okay, proclamations and certificates. Pocono Services. Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Proclamations and certificates. Pocono Services for Families and Children, the Ramsey Center opening, Vault 3636 Restaurant, and Jake Merritt Eagle Scout. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. New business, personnel. 1A and B, there's the agenda, and approve and ratify request to work additional hours in the sheriff's office and tax claim. And in 2, we have A, B, and C, which are electronic financial transactions to ratify. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Travel authorizations. Apply and ratify the travel request to the controller and planning. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Area Agency on Aging. If you remember back in June and July, we put out RFPs for the following services. We have execute the following personal care home support services contracts for the period of 8/1/2025 to 7/31/28. You can see there's amounts there for Beck and Call, Caregivers of America, Amazing Souls Home Care, and Traditional Home Care. Under B, we have the following for personal emergency response systems contract for the period of 8/1/2025 through 7/31/2028 with ConnectAmerica.com LLC. There's a landline with fall detection, cellular with fall detection, mobile with fall with and without, I guess, or
Yeah.
fall detection, and smartwatch PERS And we also have Caregivers of America for PERS standard landline unit with or without fall detection at $25 a month. And in C, we execute an in-home home delivery meal goods contract with Monroe County Meals on Wheels for the period of 8/1/25 through 7/31 of 28 for the following options. Home delivered meal, cold with milk or juice, $7.60 per meal. Home delivered hot milk or juice, $7.95, and home delivered meal frozen with milk and juice, $8.05. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second, are there any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Carbon Monroe Pike Drug and Alcohol Commission approved payment of $320,000 from the Substance Abuse Education Demand Reduction Fund to assist during budget impasses due to the state budget not being approved by 7/1 of 2025. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second, are there any questions? This is because the state has not passed a budget. Therefore, we have bills due to Carbon Monroe Drug and Alcohol. So this hopefully will get them through at such time as our friends in Harrisburg can come to a conclusion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Children and Youth Services, execute the following purchases of service agreements for the period of 7/1/25 to 6/30 of 26 with Pathways Adolescent Center, Adelphi Village, and Drug and Alcohol Rehabilitation Services. And B, execute a purchase service agreement with Forensic Counseling Associates, LLC, for a contract limit of $20,000 for the period of 7/1/25 through 6/30 of 28 to provide evaluations and therapy. Execute an agreement with Community Options, Inc., purchase of service agreement motion 2025-157 dated 6/4/2025 to add a option attachment C and approve a second amendment to the Adoption Assistance Agreement for IF and approve the Adoption Assistance Agreement for AK. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second, are there any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Commissioner's Office, approve the budget adjustment report dated 8/20 of 25 for $44,037. Of that $44,037, of which 97% is comprised of the following, the county contingency, or $27,914, is being used in tax claim for healthcare and 22% for the MDJ phone services. Maintenance is moving money from trash removal and building repairs to trash removal for $8,200. And emergency services is moving money from truck repairs to trash for truck repairs and trash removal of $6,600. We also authorize the chief clerk to solicit nominations for the Monroe County Conservation District Farmer Director positions. Approve the use of Courthouse Square for a rally in support of Israel and our Jewish community to be held on September 21st of 2025 by the Monroe County Republican Committee. Approve the following requests from Safe Monroe to approve the use of the Courthouse Square for a candlelight vigil to be held on October 23rd of 2025. Approve the placement of purple pinwheels around Courthouse Square for the month of October to symbolize the survivors of domestic violence, and also to approve the lights of the courthouse be purple for the month of October to recognize Domestic Violence Awareness Month. E, ratify the payment of $1,300 to WCP to cover July rent and security for Law Enforcement Treatment Initiative, or the LETI participant. Approve agreement with Newman and Williams, PC, for Gerald Geiger Esquire at a rate of $250 per hour for professional services for defense litigation. And add the following vendors to the county approved approved vendors for the sheriff, Ben Druck Door Company, and aging, Brigida Persia. Is there a motion? Thank you. Second, any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Fiscal and grants. Approve the authorization of Jacqueline Gaines, fiscal grants fiscal specialist, to electronically submit the fiscal year 25-26 state food purchase program in the amount to be determined for the period of July 1st, 2025 through June 30th of 2026. Authorize the acting grants manager, April Niver, to electronically submit the Rights and Services Act, or RAZA, and Victims of Juvenile Offenders, VOJO, for the fiscal year 25 continuation application in the amount of $154,653 for the period of January 1st of 26 through December 31st of 26, that's year 2. And ratify the authorization of the acting grants manager, again, April Niver, to electronically submit the fiscal year 25 election integrity grant program application in the amount of $592,569.13 for the period of 7/1/25 through 6/30 of 26. And ratify the fiscal director, Jennifer Barclay, to electronically sign the fiscal year 2025 election integrity grant program contract in the amount of $592,569.13 for the period of 7/1/25 through 6/30 of 26. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll second that because they've been very busy over in the fiscal and grants office. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Office of Emergency Management, ratify amendment number 1 to the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program Agreement for fiscal year 2019 to extend the term of agreement from 9/5/25 through 3/20 of 28. And authorize Mary Ellen Keegan, Director, to electronically sign the Hazardous Material Emergency Preparedness Grant with the PA Emergency Management Agency in the requested amount of $34,600 for the period of 10/1/25 through 9/30 of 26. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Redevelopment Authority of Monroe County, Act 137, Affordable Housing Board, approve the funding request for the 2025 nonprofit grant program request by the Monroe County Affordable Housing Board as follows. Family Promise of the Poconos, $15,000. Shepherd's Maternity House, $15,000. Pocono Area Transitional Housing, $15,000. Safe Monroe, $15,000. And Habitat for Humanity of $15,000 for a total of $75,000. B, approve the following budget adjustments to the fiscal year 2025 Monroe County Affordable Housing Trust Act 137 budget as requested by the Monroe County Affordable Housing Board. Increase first-time homeowner program line by $69,093.04 from $100,000, thus making it up $169,093.04, and decrease the nonprofit assistance program line by $5,000 from $80,000 to $75,000, and decrease supportive housing assistance program line item by $5,000 from $75,000 to $70,000, and decrease the unallocated line item by $59,093.04 from $59,093.04 to $0. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
I think Jen Strzok's just trying to kill me. Second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Computer capital. Approve the computer capital purchase report dated 8/20 of 2025 for $43,059.45.
So moved.
Okay, that goes for 35 Dell Pro computers. I'll second that. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Darren, do you have any miscellaneous?
Okay.
I will say that the West End Fair is going on all this week. If you can get out there, please do. It supports not only the young farmers of the area, but also there's an awful lot of information that can be garnered while walking through the fair. Plus, good food.
I'll second that.
Excellent. Public comment. Is there any public comment? Oh,
We have one online.
you get to go first, Callie.
Okay, the floor is yours.
Are you guys waiting for me or you doing somebody there?
Oh, we're waiting for you. Could you identify yourself, please?
Don Kubik, Officer Kubik from the jail.
Okay.
I just had one quick question about the commissioner section of the agenda. Line item E, it's the money that's being provided for the rent and the security for a Letty participant. Is any of that money coming from tax dollars or is that coming from grants?
That's coming from the opioid monies, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious where those funds were coming from, because if we're raising taxes in the county, I was just curious where the money's going to.
Thank you. Anybody else here? Please,
Oh, you can go first.
you're right there, Dulce.
Lisa Ritter from Stroudsburg Borough. Last meeting, I brought up to you the invoices for Jacobson and Toledo, which you said that they were wrong. I sent you the email. Did you receive it?
I received the same information that you got from your right to know request. Okay,
Did you review it?
I did.
Do you find that those invoices were acceptable?
Yes.
Why? When there was no scope of work on all of the invoices except one. There was only one that was done correctly, that was stamped and received by Kwanzaa's office, that was stamped and received, it appears, by the fiscal office, and then it was paid. There was only one. And since then, I received updated invoices. They've submitted 3 invoices a month. Okay, 3 invoices a month, and we still don't see any of the work that they've done.
You-
There's no website.
There,
There's no forums and I've asked for that information and I haven't been provided it. The other thing is, we sent an email to Mr. Toledo a couple of weeks ago. Mr. Toledo?
Polino.
Dr. Toledo, and he didn't respond. His response to the first email was, this is too complicated a format for me to answer. So we provided him with a Word doc, and I provided him with instructions on how to copy and paste the questions so he can put it in his own Word doc, and we still didn't get a response. So what are you doing about this?
I'll tell
Because
you
it
what,
seems like
Dulce.
it's a money grab. No, let me finish.
No,
It's
no, please, excuse me.
$156,000
Excuse me,
that's been
1
paid
minute,
out.
please.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay? I'd like you to address anything and any questions you have to me, please, okay, in the future, and then I will
You
ask
answer to
them.
me, you answer to us.
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I want to make clear.
I understand. So what are you doing? Are you going to amend this grant? No money is going to any other children. No money is
no.
going to benefit anybody in the community.
We are following the guidelines of the grant, how it was received, okay? Predominantly, the money has gone to the Carey Group, okay?
No, the money has not gone predominantly to the Carey.
They were the
because
first ones to be paid.
Yes, they
on
were the
front
first
end.
one, but I have documentation right here and I
And they put
provided
in
it
their-
to you.
they
So that
put it-
means that you're not looking at the numbers. That's concerning. You're supposed to
No,
be the
They put in
oversight.
they put in their hours worked. They will be out at the fair all week.
But where's the work?
What do you mean the work, Dulce?
We sent you a list of everything that was supposed to be done. It's set on the grant. I outlined it for you. Where is the work? Where's the answers to our questions? Miss,
I will have an answer for you
please.
by the middle of
I
next week.
sent you
Thank
the
you.
email 2 weeks ago. I
Thank
would
you.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Anybody else? Please enter.
Bruce Eden, East Stroudsburg.
Thank you.
I spoke to numerous people in the community, and I also spoke to my assembly person, Tara Probst, and she said maybe come here to address the issue of with the reassessment and the tax increases all throughout the county, that with the hospitals and the university and the public schools,
Mhm.
they're nonprofit, they're tax exempt. And according to Tara, when I spoke to her, she said that in Monroe County alone, it's between $3 and $4 billion of property valuations that are tax exempt for those hospitals. And I did some research, and in Lehigh County, Office of the Comptroller, I found that they had a $566 million property valuation, which amounted to about $2.1 million in lost tax revenue for the county. So if Monroe County is a 3 to 4 billion, we're looking at 12 to 13 million dollars in lost revenue for taxes.
Correct.
And why, she asked, why wouldn't we seek legal counsel to go after the tax exemption status of these hospitals? Because according to research that I did, 2021 Form 990 for Lehigh Valley Hospital alone, they were almost $3 billion in net profit. The CEO and the president makes over $2 million. The secretary makes over $1.5 million a year. Now, that's not nonprofit to me and many of the other people that I spoke to. And according to what we understand with the Hospital Utilization Project, HUP, there's 5 categories that all have to be met.
Test, that's correct.
There's 5 categories that all have to be met because the word "and" at the end of the
Mhm.
categories says that. And we don't see that happening here. And we would like to.
Nor do you see it across the state.
No, I know, because the Supreme Court just made a ruling in May that basically granted the tax exempt status to the hospital that was involved in Montgomery County.
Correct.
But we're looking to see if we can get that changed, because with some counties have had a success in getting the tax exemptions removed.
That's with regard to a for-profit hospital. Nonprofit hospitals, which every contract that they write, they'll write off X amount of dollars. Okay. And that is what they consider to be part of their pure and charitable contribution. Anytime they write off anything, they consider that as part of their community service back. And there is case law after case law.
So I understand that, but
But we have no grounds to challenge it with the current case law.
no, because we were looking at the 5 categories, and it doesn't seem that they meet any of them. They're saying that if they were meeting charitable services, why are they charging and still billing patients?
Because not everybody's a charity. That's the thing.
They donate substantial portion of services. It's over $3 billion that they're making each year. What portion of that service are they getting?
That's for the courts to decide what is the definition of that, of which they have challenged and have lost.
Well, one of the counties, and it escapes me right now, I think it was Luzerne, won on a nonprofit status. And they said that the hospitals had to pay the taxes.
I'm not aware of that, and trust me, our attorney does this all the time and is forever looking at current case law. But we challenge the hospitals every which way we can. We have had, the feeder, the doctor's office that is off-site, and they come in and ask for tax exemption on that doctor's office because it's off-site. By case law, we have to give that to them because it's feeding the mothership. Therefore, they give charitable services at that location also. So we are aware of it, and we do challenge when we can. We had a case off of 447 where they came in and asked for, it was a 3 complex of 3 offices, 2 of which were utilized by Lehigh Valley at the time, and 1 was, collecting rent. We gave them the tax exemption on 2 out of the 3 and still have them pay on the 3rd one, which is not part of Lehigh Valley. So not all, we try to enforce it every which way we can. Same thing with the university.
Because the people are quite upset about that, and because they're getting hit on the taxes each year. They seem to increase the taxes, and they're not getting any tax relief from the exemptions.
Sometimes there's a pilot or a payment in lieu certain, to help with emergency services. That's the only really thing that you can justify for.
All right, I just was hoping that the county could continue to go after this.
We do, but
This is
and
a problem for everybody.
it is, and it's not just here.
Yeah, it's all over the state. I know that.
Correct. Especially the big cities
Yes.
where you have universities and hospitals everywhere.
And I know the legislatures they want to go after the 18% liquor tax in order to address property taxes here, but that's still in limbo.
Correct.
But and we're hoping that the county can make some waves on this.
I understand, but it's all done in Harrisburg, not
Yeah,
here.
I'm concerned that the representative pushed you back to us when in fact,
But she didn't push me. She said, she recommended that, she would talk to the county and see what goes on here.
well,
Because they're looking at it in Harrisburg as well.
okay,
Yeah.
as long
I
as
also
they,
spoke to
as
Rosemary
long as she
Brown's
said,
office.
Yes,
good. All right, as long as they both said that they were looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
Anybody else? You're tagged in.
My back. I'll be really short, Commissioner. In response to the last speaker, not the last speaker, but the speaker before, Commissioner Riddle. The last email she sent, first of all, I felt it was belittling to Dr. Panino and his intelligence. Somebody that I've known for 20-some years and have worked with him. Thought that was very unfair. And the second thing is, so the information that she sent in that email, and I'll just give one example, and I don't want to waste your time, but that, how could I be working for this program when I'm with Stonewall Corporation? And then they changed their name to another corporation. I haven't worked for them for 5 years. So when I read the email, I don't know where she gets her information, but it's incorrect. And, how do I respond to something, or Dr. Clean responds to something that I'm reading this and I'm like, sorry, it's misinformation. So
That's why I'm putting myself into the middle of this.
I'm going to end it with that.
Thank you.
I should respond to that.
Counselor, your time is over. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Dr. Clean is up.
No,
an email.
very good. Dr. Tolino?
Responded, if it was incorrect, he could have just responded. with the correct
Just to let you know,
name of the company.
the initial email that I received was from Janet Dooner, and I responded to that email on 8/12 with a complete answer. The reason why I asked for clarification is the format that was sent was very difficult to work through, and she sent me the appropriate format. Next thing I want to address is that there's only been 10 invoices submitted to the county for Mr. Jacobson and myself. There's not been 13 invoices. How that information got out, whatever additional information, I have no idea. There's only been 10. And to date, we've never billed to the maximum that we could. We bill for the hours that we work. It's just that simple. And the work that gets done. So I just wanted to be clear on that. There's only been 10. The invoices also only have the hours worked on there. I was never asked to put the specifics on there. What I am asked to do is to send a task sheet via a spreadsheet along with the invoice. There are two separate documents that are emailed to the county every time we get it approved for billing. Just so you're clear on that, Senior.
Very good. I appreciate your time. There's nothing else. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We are. Thank you for coming.